What is up, gamers? Alright, I'm doing a deck list here. I haven't done this in ages. This is for motherfucking Duel Masters. You know how it is. Alright, this is a ramp deck. It's one of the most broken ones of all. So this revolves around the card Twin Cannon Sky Terror. We got a full set of these. In fact, every single card in this deck is a full set. This is just 10 unique cards. That's it. And this is meant to be a really fast and efficient deck. So the main monster here is Twin Cannon Sky Terror. It's level 7. It has haste and it double breaks and it has 7,000 power. This card is amazing. Just the fact that you can instantly threaten your opponent on turn 7 no matter what is a great feature. And this deck aims to basically summon this card far earlier than intended by ramping up and using some broken spell cards. Speaking of broken spell cards, we got Soul Swap here. This is probably the most unfair card in the entire game. I have the Japanese edition, but on screen you'll see the English effect for it. This card is ridiculous. You can apply it offensively to retreat one of your weaker cards with the Twin Cannon and then just set up for an attack and swing and win. Or you can get rid of one of your opponent's problem creatures and replace it with something weaker. It's also a shield trigger, so it's very flexible and you can even potentially cast it for free. But you know what's even better than casting a spell for free on a shield trigger? It's being able to just cast a spell for free in general. That's why we got Essence Elf here. So this card is stupid. It's broken. I don't know why it's just a common. Its ability lets every spell card cost 1 less. And if you have 3 of these on the field, you can basically drop every single spell card in your deck down to a 1 cost. And it's retarded because you can basically do anything for free. It's insane. And this card, speaking of which, Eureka Charger is really good. So for 4, you can draw a card, and then when this resolves, it goes back into your mana zone instead of your graveyard. So you get +1 to hand and mana. And if you're using Essence Elf, you can make this go down to 3, which is that's broken, or you can make it go down to 2, or if you can pay 1 to draw a card and go +1, I mean, you got it made. Like, this is the best advantage card. Now we have some removal here in Volcano Charger. This is another charger spell, so as it resolves we get +1. It also kills anything that has power 2,000 or less, so that can be very flexible and useful too. Of course, if we drop it down in cost, it becomes incrementally a better card. And of course we have Fairy Life. We want to build up our resources, and this is probably the cheapest, most effective way. Having only 1 Essence Elf allows us to cast this for 1, and being able to just pay 1, get 1, and then cast another Fairy Life, paying 2 for the price of 1, that's just so insane. That's one of the best ways to build up in this game. But we have some monster cards too, because we do need to be able to attack and win. And we have a basic just dual engine here of Bronze Arm, which gives us +1 to mana when he resolves. It's a very simple and effective attacker. And then we got Aqua Hulkus. He just lets us draw a card, so he replaces himself. He's very good at trying to get our Twin Cannon. And last cards here, these are more or less kind of afterthoughts or just counter picks. So I'll go into this creature card first. It's probably the most important and relevant. Rickaboos Screwdriver is a card with a tap ability that lets us kill any blocker on the field. And this deck can get completely walled by one specific blocker, which is, I believe it's Tajmiel, the Vizier of Aqua. He goes to 8k when he blocks a fire monster, and Twin Cannon is only 7k. So we have to be able to kill a blocker somehow. Volcano Charger cannot do it because it doesn't have enough power points. I think he's 3,000, so he can't be killed with this. But he is a blocker, so we can just instantly kill him with Screwdriver. And I would also consider running Corile, because that has better attack stats and it's a higher level, so you could potentially throw that onto the field and kick something out, and also make your opponent skip their draw phase, which is really good against an aggro deck. Another option is you could run Bombazar if you're really gay. And the last thing is Balmedius, I guess. That's another card people like to use, but I wanted to stick with 40 cards only, and that's what I got here. And the last pick here is Energy Stream, and this is just a generic and good card. We went with this over Brain Serum because casting stuff for 1 or 2 is a lot better than a shield trigger because you can have that more consistently, and it synergizes with Essence Self more. So like, I kind of wanted to be able to show off like how it's useful and stuff, because even being able to pay 2 to draw 2 is so much better than the likelihood of having it in the shields, because we don't have Emerald here, so we don't have any guarantee in what's in the shield triggers. That's kind of one of the drawbacks of the deck, but Essence Self allows us to mitigate that, which is just more proof and testimony to how valuable and just underrated this card is. But this is a pretty good deck. You can get to some insane stuff. You can play Twin Cannon way earlier than you ever should be allowed to, and I seriously think this card should not have seen the light of day. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. This is banned in the Japanese version for good reasons, honestly. Anyway, catch you gamers later.